Welcome everyone, let's dive into one of the hottest debates in football right now. Who's better, Jude Bellingham or Pedri? I'm leaning hard towards Pedri. His playmaking, vision and ability to control the game are just, off the charts.
Yeah, sure, Pedri's a magician on the ball, but you've got to consider Bellingham's versatility and, well, his physical presence. He can score, assist, defend. He's like, the Swiss Army knife in
Right.
midfield.
Absolutely. Versatility is key. But Pedri's, his vision really sets him apart. Think about it. His passing accuracy and ability to shift the tempo, it's like watching a young Iniesta pull the strings for Barcelona.
Uh-huh, I get that. But let's talk numbers for a minute. Bellingham's output in terms of goals and assists, 38 in La Liga since last season began, is really impressive compared to Pedri's stats. Isn't that a direct impact that really sways the argument?
Stats aside, man, Pedri's role is more nuanced. Sure, he might not pile up flashy numbers, but it's all about his chance creation. Last season, he was top-notch in generating key passes and setting up the play. It's like he's the engine that keeps Barcelona ticking.
But come on. While Pedri might be a creative maestro, Bellingham does everything. The guy's a dynamo. He's not just about one thing. He's a box-to-box threat. He breaks lines, wins duels, and his performance in big games speaks volumes.
Right. I hear you, but, Pedri's influence goes deeper than just flashy moments. His ability to retain possession and break down defenses with pinpoint passes is something that really elevates the whole team. It's like his brain is a chessboard, and he's always 3 moves ahead.
True, but we can't overlook Bellingham's dynamism. While Pedri's setting the tempo, Bellingham's making direct, impactful plays. He not only creates chances, but also scores and assists on his own. That kind of all-around output builds a tremendous game-winning mentality.
Now, about that mentality, Pedri may not have the same headline-grabbing stats every match, but his consistency in controlling the midfield, especially in big games like El Clasico, shows he's clutch in his own right. His smart positioning and intercepting passes are aspects that sometimes get overlooked.
I'll give you that, but I'll respectfully challenge that point for a moment. Bellingham isn't just about flash. His defensive contributions, more tackles and better recovery in transitions mean he's the complete package. And from a physical perspective, his capacity to cover the whole pitch week in and week out is pretty compelling.
Yeah, sure. But consider this. Pedri's defensive work, though less about brute force, involves smart interceptions and maintaining ball possession. It's a different flavor of defense, where the brain wins over brawn. Even if he's tapped out a few times with injuries, his performance when active is next level.
That brings up a solid counterpoint, though. Pedri's injury record. Reliability matters. While Bellingham's been on the pitch, heavy into the action without missing matches, Pedri's been sidelined sometimes. How do you weigh impact versus consistent availability?
Right. Injuries are a concern, but if you look at what Pedri does when he's fit, his quality is undeniable. He's only 22 and already so world-class. It's like mixing brilliance with a bit of risk. And sometimes potential and sheer impact when present should outweigh a slightly patchy record.
Yeah, I get that potential is exciting, but in the heat of big matches, you need reliability. Bellingham, at 21, has already stepped up on the grandest stages, whether it's carrying England into the Euro 2024 final or being pivotal in the Champions League with Real Madrid. Pedri, by comparison, hasn't delivered that kind of consistency in those ultra-high pressure games.
Right. Sure. But also remember Pedri's had his share of impressive performances, like those crucial El Clasicos and Champions League nights for Barcelona. Even if he isn't the one racking up goals, he makes everyone around him better, creating space, dictating flow, and keeping the team's rhythm even when the stars aren't shining as bright.
I see your point about team rhythm, but ultimately, winning games often comes down to decisive actions. Bellingham's track record of delivering in finals with goals and key assists makes a strong case that his direct impact sometimes outweighs the more subtle art of setting up plays.
Yeah, You know, that's an interesting perspective. It's like comparing a brilliant strategist with a frontline warrior. Pedri's like, that exquisite conductor who makes the orchestra sound perfect, while Bellingham is out there battling on the front lines, scoring the crucial goals.
Exactly, right. And while I'm all for that elegant style of play, in football, results ultimately define success. Bellingham's decisive moments have already gotten him into the Ballon d'Or conversation, and his contribution in big games frequently tipped the scales in his favor.
I'll agree, those awards and accolades are important. But look at Pedri's individual honors too. He's grabbed the Golden Boy award and was in the running for the Copa Trophy. Plus, his elegance on the ball, his cool composure under pressure, are aspects that often define a true great over time.
Right. Elegance in play is wonderful, but football is a game of tangible outcomes. Bellingham's versatility, playing midfield, contributing to defense, and even taking on leadership roles, gives him an edge that not only stands out in regular matches, but also in critical moments. It's like he's pushing the boundaries on every front.
Yeah, true. I can't deny that. And honestly, both players bring incredible qualities to the table. Pedri might be more of a cerebral playmaker, whose vision elevates the entire team's strategy, even if his role is less glamorous statistically. His impact is felt, even if it doesn't always show up on the score sheet.
And Bellingham, with his robust, all-rounded game, brings that winning mentality that can change the dynamics of a match in a heartbeat. His ability to tackle, run, and consistently produce when it matters is everything a coach dreams of.
Yeah, so maybe it's not an either-or scenario, but a rich debate about different styles and roles. Pedri's finesse in orchestrating play versus Bellingham's direct, game-changing dynamism. Each style, has its own beauty and impact on the pitch.
Right, absolutely. And isn't that what makes football so riveting? The interplay of different talents, styles, and philosophies, where one player's artistry complements another's grit. It's a beautiful contrast that keeps fans constantly debating.
Yeah, it's like comparing a well-crafted symphony to a rock concert. Both can electrify an audience, but they do it in entirely different ways. Pedri's symphony of precise passes and calculated moves versus Bellingham's rock-solid performances with those resounding tackles and breakthrough goals.
Exactly. And here's where I'll respectfully challenge your position. While Pedri's all about finesse, sometimes, when the situation calls for it, that raw, energetic force of a player like Bellingham can be the deciding factor in a tight match. There's merit in being the player who can both create and finish opportunities with equal confidence.
True. For sure, I get that. And to that, I'd say that both players, despite their different skill sets and roles, are already revolutionizing midfield play at an incredibly young age. It's just matter of what kind of impact you value more: sustained, intelligent orchestration, or a versatile all-action performance.
Yeah, right on. And as fans, we're lucky to witness these young talents rewriting the playbook on what midfield excellence looks like. It really does keep the debate alive on who's the better player, and honestly, maybe it's not about picking one over the other, but appreciating both for what they uniquely bring to football.
Exactly. And sometimes the magic happens when such contrasting styles meet on the same field, pushing each other to new heights. Pedri's elegance and Bellingham's dynamism, together, they're raising the bar for the next generation.
Couldn't have said it better. So, while I may lean towards Bellingham's dynamic influence in crucial moments, I fully acknowledge that Pedri's vision and control add a layer of beauty to the game that's hard to match. it's the perfect yin and yang of modern football.
Right. At the end of the day, both players are rewriting history. Their achievements, potential, and style provide a rich tapestry for debate among fans. And that's what keeps the conversation lively and exciting.
Yep, exactly. And while we might debate for hours, let's leave it up to the fans to decide whose style resonates more with them. Football, after all, is as much about passion and debate as it is about the game on the pitch.
So here's to both Pedri and Bellingham, two incredible talents pushing the boundaries of the midfield, inspiring us and ensuring football remains the thrilling sport we all love. Thanks for joining this discussion and
Right
keep
on.
the debates alive.
Absolutely. Whether you're drawn to the cerebral artistry of Pedri or the explosive versatility of Bellingham, it's clear our future in football is in very brilliant hands. Catch you all next time for another lively debate.